Please hit back.
Can I say something else?
Please go to the page. Oh, Jesus.
It's starting over again.
No, no. You should go to speak.
Can I talk now?
Yeah. Please go to the home page for alteR. There were 12 people. There are 9 people there now. They stayed on the page. Okay, sorry.
Hello everyone, welcome to alteR once again. We sincerely apologize for the technical faults. This link is going to be solid for good. We hope to not migrate. That is not going to happen again.
Hi, my name is Kome, and my art is about one of the soldiers who fought for the Benin Kingdom against the British invasion in 1871. His name is alteR, and he was one of the last lines of defense when the Oba was trying to escape after the British broke into the city walls. So the story is that he fought for 5 days and he stood alone. He was trying to stop them from crossing over to the path that was created for the Oba to escape. So he stood there for 5 days. He fought and he defended and killed a lot of the garrisons that were sent. The legend is that he made a pact with some of the gods. He had magic and jazz, as we call it, and he had a pact that he would only win if he didn't turn back, like he didn't look back. But in the kingdom, they had the ranking system, and they had infighting. In fact, the history says that one of the reasons why they lost was because they were not united, because they had different factions. Everybody wanted to topple the other. So he's one of his enemies, one of the people who wanted to take over his position. Sort of used the war, because even then they still didn't believe that they would lose, so they wanted to use the war to capitalize and then try to maybe kill him so they can ascend to his position, because then it was a strength-based system. How many wars you won, how many people you've captured, how you've killed, how many of the enemies you've killed. So while he had the paths with the gods that he wouldn't turn back, and that was the only way he was going to win. Someone in their ranks had another path and sent the deity of death after him. So what the deity did was, they knew they could not kill him in a fair fight in war, so they looked for a way to distract him so he would break the pact he had with the other gods. So the deity of death snatched his quiver where his bows were, and by instinct he just turned back and tried to see who he was, because everybody that was behind him was supposed to be protecting the king. So he wanted to see who he was, and then he turned back and he was shot from behind multiple times, and that's how he died. So my art is just, I imagined a scene where it was just him amidst the burning city. He stood and the soldiers were falling, because I imagined he was, if the legend is true, he was that strong, he was that big. So while I was trying to read and research, one of the prominent figures that came to mind was Kratos. So if you play God of War, you would see that he has almost the same stance as Kratos during one of his fights. So I imagined he would be somewhat like that, because he had immeasurable strength, he had stamina. I mean, he fought for 5 days. So I imagined him looking like that. So I used Kratos as sort of a reference for him. and then try to paint around. Imagine how Benin looked like in 1871. So the idea behind this is like portraying a part of history of the Benin Kingdom. So in my head I imagined it would spur people to actually read more about history, maybe about culture and art, and then see what happened before, what existed before.
Hi, my name is Siti Fagimi, a visual artist based in Lagos, Nigeria. Art for me started in high school, as a hobby, drawing Barbies and the likes, but now it's morphed into something more purposeful. Now I use portraits to tell the human story, stories regarding emotions, addressing societal issues, and even sometimes inspired by history. So for example, this work is titled, Why Should I Care? Why should I care about the opinions of others? Why should I care about life in general? Like, what is there to living, and why should I care about my existence? It was inspired by personal experience, which a lot of my paintings are. There's also the painting on the rendition of the Yoruba goddess, Yamoja, being known as the goddess of the sea in the Yoruba culture. You see, art for me is the ability to create something from nothing, having a blank canvas and being inspired, maybe from the heavens, and being enlightened enough to create some magic. I do hope you see the magic in some of the works I've shared, and I do hope you connect with them. Thank you very much.
Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ níṣẹ́ ilé wa, ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́ á máa jalè. Ìwé kíkọ́ láìsí ọkọ́ àti àdá kò ì pé o, kò ì pé o. I remember the many songs layered with words of wisdom. I remember my little hands clasped in Mama's palms while she rendered. I remember those tales by moonlight, tales filled with stories, folk tales that I cherished. My childhood, my Nigeria. I still remember our diversity, culture that spreads across cities, languages, even clothing. Ethnic individualism, our diversity, our strength. I still remember that the Igbos would easily call themselves brothers, the Yorubas would respect their elders, the Hausas would hold on to agriculture, the beauty of our culture. I still remember that our diversity is our strength. I remember the melodies in the air, filled with words of despair, but today I choose to remember that Nigeria that fought through wars, through colonial malignment, and became independent. I choose to remember the heroes that fought at the gate, the young minds that rise up every day, the resilient Nigerians that keep up the faith. I choose to remember how we smile through the pain, creatively crafting our own memories. We no longer wait. We no longer bail. Nigerians across nations are making history every day. CEOs are rising. Young entrepreneurs emerging. The narrative is changing. I remember that we are still one nation, that you and I are still neighbors, that if we choose, if we will, we can still be brothers again. I believe Nigeria is here to stay, and that this Nigeria will be great again.
Hi, my name is Bolu Ezra Komanisol. I'm a visual artist and I have two works to exhibit. Both of them are Afrocentric, but one is culture specific while the other isn't. So the first one is titled Tribal Marks. The medium is charcoal on paper. So the idea behind this work is basically digging deep into the Yoruba culture and putting the values side by side with the cultural practice. Simply put, why we do what we do in Yoruba culture. So you would see the picture, the guy he has tribal marks. Of course, English will call it scarification. And in Yoruba culture, scarification serves different purposes: spiritual, medicinal, beauty, and then identification. This type of tribal mark is called Gombo. Gombo is common among the peoples of Iwo, Ede, Ogumosho, Shaki, and Ibadan. Now, looking at the guy, you'll see that he's wearing a cap. And then in Yoruba culture, whatever side you tilt your cap to tells every person whether you're married or not. So for this guy, he's tilting his cap to the left, which means that he's single. Because in Yoruba culture, if you tilt your cap to the right, you're married. If you tilt your cap to the left, you are single. Then the second work is titled The African Tale. Now, the African Tale was born out of, first of all, the African Tale, I'll call it mixed media, acrylic, pastel, charcoal on paper. And then the idea was born out of, it was actually my friend who wrote a song. It was a beautiful song titled The African Tale, originally. So when he played the song, it was beautiful. I was like, oh, let me do something. And then that was where the what's it called, inspiration came from. Basically, the African Tale talks about what we've heard as against what they said, what we've read as against what they wrote, and then basically what we see now as against what we think. But well, the crux of the whole story in this artwork basically is to say that what we make of Africa as Africans is actually what we make of ourselves, because we are African. And so irrespective of what people have said or what people think or all those stuff, actually what we created the whole world as Africa is what people will still believe in the end. Thank you.
No go fear, don't go there, boy. No go fear, I go there by you. Yeah, yeah, all the cruise where you did use me catch, girl. I try to do right by you, but you did me dirty. Oh, don't do me dirty. All the times you blame me. Now you go regret them, yeah. Say, every time you say you wanna meet the pick up, but I'm running for the paper so we could live a good life. A good life. I tell her, baby, cool it temper, girl, you know it's now or never. We deserve for a good time. A good time. But you did me dirty. Oh, don't do me dirty. All the times you played me. Now you go regret them. Regret them. Say nobody go feel like you better. Me, I just won't make you they remember. Me, I just won't make you they remember. Say nobody go feel like you better. Say nobody go feel like you better. Me, I just won't make you they remember. Me, I just won't make you they remember. Oh, no go fear, don't go there, boy. No go fear, I go there by you. All the cruise where you did use me catch, girl. I try to do right by you.
Tuareg. This bag is named after the Tuareg people, an Islamic African tribe. The Tuareg are best known for the men's practice of veiling their faces with a blue cloth dyed with indigo. Early travelers' accounts often refer to them as the Blue Men of the Sahara Desert, the region where many Tuareg live. Most of the Tuareg live in the Saharan and Sahelian regions, southern Algeria, western Libya, eastern Mali, northern Niger, and northeastern Burkina Faso. A popular folklore among them is that of a female ancestor, Tagumat, who fought a battle on Mount Bagzan in the Air region. Her twin daughters Aseta founded the healing profession. A fun fact, unlike women in many other Islamic societies, most Tuareg women do not wear veils in public. They may also independently inherit property and begin the process leading to a divorce. We have two versions of the Tuareg bag. Are you going to shop Tuareg? Tiv. This bag is named after the Tiv people. Tiv constitute approximately 5% of Nigeria's total population and number over 14 million individuals throughout Nigeria and Cameroon. The Tiv national attire is the black and white striped anga. When the Tiv people arrived at their current location several centuries earlier, they discovered that the zebra they used to hunt for meat and skin, used for ceremonial attire, was not native to the area. When they acquired the skill of the loom, they decided to honor their heritage by wearing a cloak with black and white stripes, reminiscent of the zebra skin. This would then be made the preferred attire. The Tivs are known for their artistic prowess, which storytelling is one of them. You really need to shop Zulu. This bag is named after the Zulu people. The 9 million Zulu-speaking people live mainly in KwaZulu-Natal province of South Africa. Some are also scattered throughout the other provinces. Their military exploits led to the rise of a great kingdom that was fed for a very long time over much of the African continent. The Zulu are the descendants of Nguni-speaking people. The Zulu are fond of singing as well as dancing. These activities promote unity at all the transitional ceremonies such as births, weddings, and funerals. All the dances are accompanied by drums. The men dress as warriors, wave their clubs, and thrust their cowhide sheets forward. Green represents contentment and a happy home life. Green is an important color for the Zulu and often used in tribal ceremony. Green leaves and stalks adorn the body and is incorporated as part of dance ritual. Are you going to shop Zulu today? The Wolof. This bag is named after the Wolof. The Wolof presently occupy the westmost point of Africa. The Wolof are the major ethnic group in Senegal. They are very influential culturally and politically. The Wolof make up about 40% of the 9 million Senegal. While it is a tribe, it is also a language. Wolof is Senegal's dominant language, although French is the country's official language. The Wolof are known for their wood carvings. They fashion statues, figurines, and masks, mainly for the tourist market. Wolof are also fine tailors. If the Wolof have an international reputation, it is mainly for their tailoring, wood carving, and business ability. In Wolof and Senegalese society, they are professional storytellers, known as griots. They are historians, poets, musicians, and entertainers. Are you going to shop Wolof today?
It takes courage for someone to leave and for someone to stay. My seat of memories, emotions, and intelligence got broken. I patched it and stuffed it with natron, wrapped it in linen. I've come to realize that a pure heart is not heavy. So we wait to see how a feather outweighs a broken heart. Death and love.
Your name is inscribed in the sundial of my heart in aphoristic stanzas. Hearts bleeding with tears of a betrayed smile. Feet too tired for the sake of the foot journey in search of a missing rib in each mile. I am at the assembly of the serenade singers, with lovers licking their fingers.
To the bottle I go, to heal my heart and drown my woe. Rain may fall and wind may blow, and many miles be still to go. But under a tall tree I will lie, and let the clouds go sailing by.
I embrace the string notes to get lost in their music. Hold on, my heart's on fire. The fire we sit around to sing has lit my heart, burning within with solitude thoughts, carving out poems on diamond stones, waiting for another muse to write you a ballad. I will be waiting. I'll be waiting under the tree where you left me. It stands lonely at the crossroads of Domiabra. I'll be waiting beneath or beside it. If beneath, there'll be writings on my tombstone saying, buried with all the love unkept. If beside, there'll be bottles of hope keeping the tears wept. Yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Uzo Joku and I am currently based in New York.
Hi guys, my name is Abigail Israel and I'm the founder and creative director of Marvel Stitches.
Movement of the People, I created it stemming from my artwork, but also because I don't consider myself a designer in terms of fashion, but I do feel that my brand is powered by the people. We don't have to follow any set of rules for fashion because everything comes from art. So from moving from art into fashion, there's no it has to be a certain kind of cut, it has to be a certain kind of way. We're actually just having fun and created. It's the movement by the people, and it's the people that's what's helping grow this brand. And so that is the concept behind this.
Marble Stitches is a virtual tailor shop for Afrocentric clothing. We help men and women go to their tailor shop without them having to leave their house. I started Marble Stitches in 2017 as a need to respond to disappointment of delivery timelines when it comes to Nigerian clothing.
I paint to try and put Black people in the best light. And because I grew up most of my life in the Western world, I do try to balance those harmonies. I am basically considered a first generation African. And so when I do paint, I am exploring my heritage, but I'm also exploring what it is to be a Black woman in the African diaspora, and that ranges for any country, any nationality, any culture.
If you're asking for what inspires me, it would be to create happiness. Happiness for clients, happiness for the team. You'll be surprised at how the littlest of things make people happy. When it comes to clients, they want to get their clothes on time, they want what they order to be exactly what's delivered. And then when it comes to my team, the way their faces lit when they get their paychecks is something that drives me every day. I mean, how I'm able to provide food for some people is something that drives me and inspires me. Uzo and I actually met on Twitter. I've been following her for a while and I like the way she paints a narrative. I mean, you could tell that this was somebody that was painting something that was for the culture. She didn't really have to put it out there that I was doing this for Black people. But then you could tell that this person was doing something unconventional, and then this is something for the culture.
I was looking for a Nigerian brand to partner with because I believe that there should be more jobs created in Nigeria. I feel that so many things are outsourced, and the more jobs that can be created in my home country, the better. There's nothing wrong with that. And I feel that all young Nigerians need is an opportunity. One opportunity, and watch how they work.
Another thing that made me reach out to Uzo was I realized that we have the same values as a brand. I realized that Uzo was creating art for everybody. She was creating art that was accessible for all types of people, all standards of people. Uzo would create placards that even high school students could afford. And that meant so much to me because as a brand, one of our values is accessibility and affordability. I mean, even the things that we call luxury goods, we have created a system that allows people pay in bits. And all of that put together made me decide, oh no, I need to reach out to this person and we need to work together. Uzo and I are so aligned in so many ways that you can think of. I mean, sometimes when people talk about African prints, the first thing that comes to their, especially when it's coming from Nigeria or any place, the first thing that comes to their mind is Ankara or alteR. But I've, like, over the years, I've sat down, like, it doesn't have to be that. Lucky enough, Uzo was also of the same mindset. She wanted to create patterns, wearable arts. And then we got talking and we decided that Uzo was going to create this pattern. She used the expertise to create the patterns, while Mabu came in with the expertise of tailoring and producing the clothes. And so if you're asking why art and fashion, the question for me would be, why not art and fashion?
Abigail Israel reached out on behalf of Marble, and what convinced me to work with them was that although they were a very young brand, they just were so driven, and I love that. You know, I feel like they fall right in line with what I'm trying to do too, and the best people to work with are people who are very passionate about what they do. I feel like art and fashion intertwine in so many different avenues. I would consider myself a pattern maker, especially, you know, being so used to Ankara fabrics. I was like, okay, why not start making my own type of fabrics? And I think it's so fun with that. I think, especially with how I dress up my paintings, why not bring these drawings to life, you know? And there's a question of why not, you know? If I can do it, why not? And so that's why I am painting, but I'm also creating clothes and things like that.
I am so hyped and pumped for this particular collaboration. Not just because we put our hearts and souls into it, but because of the way we've decided to tell a story with this particular collection. Every piece in this collection tells a story. The paint colors, the patterns, the prints. In fact, the prints are custom made for the bags, for the clothes. And so you'll be doing yourself a great disservice if you're not shopping for anything from this collection. We've made it such that there's something for everyone. So go and start shopping now.
I didn't mean to hurt you, so why'd I let you walk out the door? You say you don't know me, you don't know who I am anymore. But if you knew the truth, then you wouldn't feel insecure. Cause if I didn't have you, I wouldn't have nothing at all. I wish you could see yourself through my eyes. I always forget that you can read my mind. As long as I got you and me, moving through this world as a two-man team, I'll always have everything I need. You don't even realize what you mean. No one can fall for you quite like me. No one could get me so perfectly. You don't even realize all that I need. Cause I want you, me together. Oh, I want you, me forever. You are the only one I ever loved. Yeah, you. If it's not you, it's not anyone. Looking back on my life, you're the only good I've ever done. Yes, you. If it's not you, it's not anyone. Not anyone. Baby, the best part of me is you. Lately, everything's making sense too. Baby, I'm so in love with you. So in love with you. Baby, I'm so in love. Baby, I'm so in love.
You can try all you want. I just see them as a stunt. Gonna state it up front. Gonna say it real blunt. You can see me as a fighter, you can see me as a local. Yeah, my heart is full of fire. To control me is a no-go. They get plans to go higher is the motto. Every moment I'm inspired, get the light up so they know though. I'm a flippin' boss, do you see this cuz? I will hit right hard if you try to cross. It's ridiculous, all they see is lust. Cause I'm new right now, they don't think enough of this guy, a true king. On my mind, is my thing, in my time I flow in, it's my light, I'm going in. Fully draped of course, shiny just like glass. When it comes right down, it's just them and us. Ain't no Santa Claus, hustle all go hush. Gotta push your thing, yeah now that's a must.
You can hold me down. You can hold me down. You can
Fire up, get your fire up. Get your fire up, get your fire up. Get your fire up, get your fire up. Get your fire up, get your fire up. Yeah, I see more no's than I see yes. Take it and I go but still feel blessed. I learn and I grow as life gets test. Head for what I know, prep for the next. Get it, get the checks. Never ever regretting my own mess. If they don't see you shine, they see us less. I don't let it in mine, I do my conquest. Yeah, the odds are stacked upon me, but this last my one and only. If you're in a pack or lonely, you better get your act, my homie. I'm a dreamer by day and I'm a dreamer by night. I will go all the way, I will go with my life. The work deposit is safe, waiting for the right date. I am loving the way, cause it will germinate.
You can hold me down. You can hold me down.
My name is Daniela Victor. I'm a digital artist from Lagos. I've been painting since 2017 and I see art as a way of expressing my feelings, my emotions and view of life. It's been a very, very good journey for me, I would say. Though tough sometimes, but I wouldn't lie, it's very, very interesting from the lows to the highs and everything. My artwork basically speaks about life itself. That's why I chose the name Nature for my art. That's my artistic name as Nature, because I see the way I see life. Because sometimes I feel weird, like I'm sometimes different or something, but who knows? Maybe my art is just one way to tell a story to someone who is feeling down like me at some point, or someone who needs courage to face some fears in their lives, and just try to put my stuff out there so it can tell people of how beautiful life can be from the artistic points. So it might be hard to believe, but most of my paintings are done on my phone, and some ones are done on using my graphics tab. If you ask me, using my phone to paint is very interesting because I feel so close to the art I'm doing. I can feel every stroke and the pressure, the interesting feeling, that sweet feeling you get from just touching your screen and watching you watching you bring your imagination to life very close to you. It's one interesting feeling I get using my phone. Sometimes I use my laptop for other works, but most times I use my phone. So thanks to the organizers for giving me the platform to showcase my talents and platform to tell my story. My name is Nature, N-E-A-T-U-R-E. You can catch me up on Instagram.
guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for staying through with us in we had a couple of days. For those who are just joining in, this is alteR Season 1 Renaissance, and since we started we listened to amazing music from alteR. We had Nature talk about his art, Kume talk expressively about his art today. We had Titi, we had alteR, we had Paul, we had beautiful music from Code 8, and we've also had an amazing spoken word, an engagement with Kumi, I believe I got that right, Israelian. And then we had and listened to the conversation between movements, that is Ugo and Mabel, presented by Abdul Israel, where we discussed the journey of, alteR, how it all started, and the reason why we're here today. We've also seen a couple of videos about the bags that have such amazing afternoons. I have already put together my money for a couple of those bags, so basket serious. Right about now we are looking forward to showing you recipes of alteR Season 1 Renaissance. It's going to be up shortly, so you can enjoy more music about the exercise live right into the Renaissance. Thank you so much for holding it down here. For those of you who want to migrate from another YouTube channel, remember this is the same motivation. Send this video to all your friends. Also remember to take selfies. We are giving out gifts to the best dressed male and female. So if you need to hurry back, and change that hairstyle or change those shoes or anything, waiting for you, remember to take a selfie. Right? Interesting. Alright then. So we'll be going right back to the events of the day. Thank you and keep enjoying it. Remember to use the hashtag alteR Season 1 #Renaissance. See ya.
Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ níṣẹ́ ilé wa, ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́ á máa jalè. Ìwé kíkọ́ láìsí ọkọ́ àti àdá kò ì pé o, kò ì pé o. I remember the many songs layered with words of wisdom. I remember my little hands clasped in Mama's palms while she rendered. I remember those tales by moonlight, tales filled with stories, folk tales that I cherished. My childhood, my Nigeria. I still remember our diversity, culture that spreads across cities, languages, even clothing. Ethnic individualism, our diversity, our strength. I still remember that the Igbos would easily call themselves brothers, the Yorubas would respect their elders, the Hausas would hold on to agriculture, the beauty of our culture. I still remember that our diversity is our strength. I remember the melodies in the air, filled with words of despair, but today I choose. I choose to remember that Nigeria that fought through wars, through colonial malignment, and became independent. I choose to remember the heroes that fought at the gate, the young minds that rise up every day, the resilient Nigerians that keep up the faith. I choose to remember how we smile through the pain, creatively crafting our own memories. We no longer wait. We no longer bail. Nigerians across nations are making history every day. CEOs are rising. Young entrepreneurs emerging. The narrative is changing. I remember that we are still one nation, that you and I are still neighbors, that if we choose, if we will, we can still be brothers again. I believe Nigeria is here to stay, and that this Nigeria will be great again.
Hi, my name is Fagemi, a visual artist based in Lagos, Nigeria. Art for me started in high school, as a hobby during Barbies and the likes, but now it's morphed into something more purposeful. Now I use portraits to tell the human story, stories regarding emotions, addressing societal issues, and even sometimes inspired by history. So for example, this work is titled, Why Should I Care? Why should I care about the opinions of others? Why should I care about life in general? Like, what is there to live in, and why should I care about my existence? It was inspired by personal experience, which a lot of my paintings are. There's also the painting on the rendition of the Yoruba goddess, Yamoja, being known as the goddess of the sea in the Yoruba culture. You see, art for me is the ability to create something from nothing, having a blank canvas and being inspired, maybe from the heavens, and being enlightened enough to create some magic. I do hope you see the magic in some of the works I've shared, and I do hope you connect with them. Thank you very much.
Tuareg. This bag is named after the Tuareg people, an Islamic African tribe. The Tuareg are best known for the men's practice of veiling their faces with a blue cloth dyed with indigo. Early travelers' accounts often refer to them as the blue men of the Sahara Desert, the region where many Tuareg live. Most of the Tuareg live in the Saharan and Sahelian regions, southern Algeria, western Libya, eastern Mali, northern Niger, and northeastern Burkina Faso. A popular folklore among them is that of a female ancestor, Tagumat, who fought a battle on Mount Bagzan in the Air region. Her twin daughters Aseta founded the healing profession. A fun fact, unlike women in many other Islamic societies, most Tuareg women do not wear veils in public. They may also independently inherit property and begin the process leading to a divorce. We have two versions of the Tuareg bag. Are you going to shop Tuareg today? Tiv. This bag is named after the Tiv people. Tiv constitute approximately 5% of Nigeria's total population and number over 40 million individuals throughout Nigeria and Cameroon. The Tiv national attire is the black and white striped anga. When the Tiv people arrived at their current location several centuries earlier, they discovered that the zebra they used to hunt for meat and skin, used for ceremonial attire, was not native to the area. When they acquired the skill of the loom, they decided to honor their heritage by wearing a cloak with black and white stripes, reminiscent of the zebra skin. This would then be made the preferred attire. The Tivs are known for their artistic prowess, which storytelling is one of them. You really need to shop Tiv today. Zulu. This bag is named after the Zulu people. The 9 million Zulu-speaking people live mainly in KwaZulu-Natal province of South Africa. Some are also scattered throughout the other provinces. Their military exploits led to the rise of a great kingdom that was fed for a very long time over much of the African continent. The Zulu are the descendants of Nguni-speaking people. The Zulu are fond of singing as well as dancing. These activities promote unity at all the transitional ceremonies such as births, weddings, and funerals. All the dances are accompanied by drums. The men dress as warriors, wave their clubs, and thrust their cowhide sheets forward. Green represents contentment and a happy home life. Green is an important color for the Zulu and often used in tribal ceremony. Green leaves and stalks adorn the body and is incorporated as part of dance ritual. Are you going to shop Zulu today? The Wolof. This bag is named after the Wolof. The Wolof presently occupy the westmost point of Africa. The Wolof are the major ethnic group in Senegal. They are very influential culturally and politically. The Wolof make up about 40% of the 9 million Senegal. While it is a tribe, it is also a language. Wolof is Senegal's dominant language, although French is the country's official language. The Wolof are known for their wood carvings. They fashion statues, figurines, and masks, mainly for the tourist market. Wolof are also fine tailors. If the Wolof have an international reputation, it is mainly for their tailoring, wood carving, and business ability. In Wolof and Senegalese society, they are professional storytellers, known as griots. They are historians, poets, musicians, and entertainers. Are you going to...
Cooking no bread with you in the kitchen while you moving slow, and my hand wrapped around you. mind wrapped all over you. 1917, we've been together. Yet one thing led to another. We stayed through the times two together. Only love you, not another. Don't take a break from me. Save your heart for me, 'cause I'll be, and you know I'll be there just for you. Birds are flying high. Oh, my heart is racing high. Acting like you shy and you're covering eyes. You are the apple of my eyes. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't underestimate me, baby. Your folks must be thinking I'm crazy, but you know that I am crazy, super crazy, just for you. Don't take a break from me. Save your heart for me to be, and you know I'll be there just for you. Birds are flying high. Oh, my heart is racing high. Acting like you shy and you covering eyes. You are the apple of my eyes. Oh, birds are flying high. Oh, my heart is racing high. Acting like you shy and you covering eyes. You are the apple of my eyes. 1917, we've been together. Yet one thing led to another. We stayed through the times two together. Only love you, not another.
generation, a generation of dreamers, awakening dead light bulbs, illuminating ideas, pulverizing paradigms, leaving no standards standing. These things shall be a new generation, like clay in the hands of Kwali pros from Shoinka's pen, a collective mind, dreaming in color, in rhyme, and in depth.
To reiterate, I strongly believe that each and every African must own their narrative and contribute to the larger African story. It is squarely in our interest to do so, and I truly believe that in fact we do not have a choice. No one will tell our stories like we will, in ways that are free of external slants, that are incomplete at best, or malicious at worst.
Welcome to a new generation. Don't blink or you might miss it. Their imagination is boundless, the boundaries infinite space. The idea begins from within, then shoots out of skin onto pavements that pave the way. They are the artist, the canvas, the masterpiece in motion, but they are not just something to stare at. Look close, and you will see that these things shall be a new generation.
At no time in history has there ever been a better time to tell stories. So, write your books, tweet your thoughts, make those TikToks.
These things shall be a new dispensation. This is the butterfly effect, giving wings to possibilities unthought of and expressions yet undiscovered. This is the passing of the torch from those who walked to those about to take flight, to help light their path, to find purpose, to take down glass ceilings and break through walls, to deconstruct narratives and unravel mysteries. This is the first fruit. This is a fruit that blossoms from the synergy between two worlds. They may change this or change that, but they never change who they are. They only redefine it.
Good afternoon. My name is Olatunde Olaide. I am the founder and creative director of Dudu Africa. We specialize in making of and weaving of ashoke, designing of ashoke, embellishments, and every other thing that has to do with ashoke. I got into ashoke business 2017. The wonders of seeing thread becoming clothes and knowing that you are preserving our culture. It's fascinating and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You can use ashoke for so many things now. Rugs, bags, tote bags, just name it. Anything. Interior decor. What can't you use ashoke for? Nothing. You get to meet different people from every walks of life. People use ashoke all over. The Igbos use ashoke now. The Hausas use ashoke now. Not to talk of we the Yorubas. It's our own thing. So it has really opened me up. Like for example, there was one exciting person I met through. I got her contact online. She messaged me and she was a Kaduna bride. And I did complete ashoke for her husband, Wabada, and it was beautiful seeing it. And it just gives you so much joy when you do all these things. And it look ancient, but it's beautiful. It's an everyday thing. It's beautiful every day. It cannot be outdated, despite that it started in the 15th century. Because there are endless possibilities to what you can do with ashoke. Sourcing for material in the market is actually one of the major steps of getting ashoke weaved and done. After sourcing for materials from the market, if it is metallic yarn you want to use, if it is thread, for example, the project we're working on presently is with cotton thread. So you spin it in twos. Depending on what you want to produce, the pattern you want to produce, it has to do, the calculation has a long way to go in what you want to produce. So you calculate it, count the thread. Probably you spin it in twos, then you set it up on the cridge like this, just like we have here on the cridge. And after setting it up on the cridge, you proceed to warping on the work drum that is at my back here. Depending on how many you want to produce, 2 gele, 2 ipele, whatever you want to do. So this calculation starts from here. Then you proceed to beaming. You beam on the working drum too. After beaming, you proceed to your loom. You place it on the loom and you start drafting. After drafting, you proceed to denting. After then, you dent on the reed. It depends on the kind of reed you want to use. Reed 16, 24, 26, whatever you want to use. From there, you set up, you tie it and you set up to weave. We have 2 major dimensions, warping and wefting. So the one you will set up like this is the warp. The one you are going to be putting inside the shuttle is the weft. It is the weft that will determine the texture, not the warp. The warp is the cloth. The texture, what will determine the texture is the weft. So you start putting in and out on the pedal, you press and all that. It's beautiful, and you just see those tiny threads becoming clothes. It's actually very amazing. That's opened me to meaningful relationships. So many of my clients, they eventually became friends, and you get referrals from them because of the satisfying relationship we've had in the past. It's more than business for me. It's like a calling. It's beautiful to do. There are a lot of things we can do with Ashoke. It's not limited to events, Yoruba events alone. You can use it to produce so many things. Someone challenged me that there's no way you can make money without soiling your hands in Nigeria. And so I'm out there to prove to that person that you can actually make money, big money. Watch out for me. I'm going to be rich and I'm going to make that money with clean hands, not illegally. So whenever I feel like giving up, I remember that means that person is right. I cannot. If I'm giving up, that means that I have given up on that challenge. I want my story to inspire the young Nigerian youth that they are not ready to actually compromise. They are not ready to bend lower the standard. That you can have values, maintain the standard, and still make a lot of money. The wonders of turning trade into. I love the process, as strenuous as it is. It is very, very interesting and amazing.
There is a certain type of people who don't give excuses as answers. The ones working for more than a seat at a table, so sitting and behaving is not an option for them. They charge in, guns blazing, trailblazing, eyebrow raising, statement making, status quo breaking. They are the ones who defy the rules while reinventing the wheel. The ones who understand the fine balance between working hard and playing harder. The ones moving together with the confidence of a whole new generation with purpose.
Bro, no vex, man. Chill. Come on, no vex, I beg. No vex.
No worries, it's okay.
You should that one go Dubai.
Damn it.
No vex. Sure you need more?
Yeah.
More bro. Sure that one rich. You need more, man. No vex.
Let's go.
Guy.
No, it's
No
fine.
vex, beg. See, Nadi, as day for body like that. Still be fresh boy. Fresh guy. Fresh guy, bad guy. Papa, I'm a guy takes up that tell issue that time now.
Bro, guy chop my I learned the hard way. At least now I know that I have to give my tailor heads up.
That's exactly what I had to do as well. Like, if you don't give these people your clothes on time, you chop your eye.
No, if I want to give tailor clothes on time.
No great thing, no beautiful story was written in a vacuum. It happens when we leave our comfort zone and come together. Beyond the grand celebrations, speeches, and bright lights, what you will find are kindred spirits, great minds aligned with similar drive, friendships rekindled with conversations into the late night. And even when it seems destined to end, it doesn't. The party keeps keeping on.
This fabric I'm talking about is kind of like what I'm wearing, but the fabric is different. It's made of wool. The texture is amazing, and the fabric dyeing processing is fascinating too. It's made in Cairo. The color is just, oh my god.
Tayo. So you went all the way to Morocco because of fabric?
Egypt.
I watched a documentary on North African one. I think it was mentioned. Textile.
Oh darling, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okuku, Odada. The Odada is what you actually use to arrange your warp. The longest part of your weaving, Akaro, Oko. The Oko is what you use to weave. It goes in and out, and that will give you your weft. That's your weft. Oko. It's designed like a boot, Oko June. So when you see it, that's actually how it looks like. So that forms the weft of the weaving. I love what I'm doing because one, I don't want the Yoruba culture just like that. You know, it's fading away gradually. So when I see people putting on ashoke, I love it. And apart from that, I'm a dual citizen. So I bring in the design. I'm actually a dual citizen from Ghana. So I bring in the design from Ghana. And I also learned how to make ashoke here in Nigeria. So I bring the two designs together, and it's been wonderful. I remember at the time I was in Ghana with my family. And you know, one thing about Ghanaians is when they see anybody from Nigeria, most especially from the southwestern part of the country, they usually call them alata. And what's the meaning of alata? There was a time that the Yorubas went to Ghana and they got to the market, and what they said was arata. What is the meaning of arata? Everybody kept on asking, I want to buy that. So from there, the Ghanaians started calling the Yorubas alatafu. Yes, alata people. What I was wearing, she looked at me and said, oh, no, who you fake? That means this cloth is so beautiful. No, that means it looks like our kente. Me hune you ana oyede kente. No, oyede alatasu. That means, me looking at it, it looks like kente, and at the same time, it looks like the clothes of the alata people. So I now had to come in and tell her that, you know, I'm actually a dual citizen, and in the production of what I make, I combine the two designs from the two countries, and that makes it unique. These are some of my samples. This is called razor cut. This is Ojuton Soro. This is Alabe. This is cone to cone, wire or wire work. This is two-tone. You can see it bringing out two colors. The implication of this is that the warp is blue and the weft is gold. Anytime my product is out, people ask, how do you get this? It's actually the combination of two countries. So I love what I'm doing and I will want it to continue.
How then do you define creativity? To us, it's thus opening up for horizon of happiness to light the way. It is in the rays of the sun. It is in the colors of nature. It is a river, milk and honey, flushing our every senses, overflowing, feeding thirsty mouths, satisfying until we are unsatisfied with mediocrity, reinforcing those who drink from its cup with the belief that they're destined for something better than the present. The gravitational force keeping grounded those who know that being unapologetically yourself is the only way to live freely. The truth is, we don't see things the same. Our power is, we don't see things the same. It's all about trust. It's about our time, mine and yours, side by side, fly like time. If you want to go fast, go alone, they say. If you want to go far, however, farther than anyone has ever been, then go with your tribe. After all, it often takes a village to build the very cities we dream of. So what then is the message? What is it that you want to feel? Delight? Surprise, love, connection. You have the ability to gain knowledge, but the way you use it builds intelligence. You have the capacity to harness energy, but the way you focus builds strength.
Looking for the next song to write for you. A black minstrel with a wandering soul. Looking for the next tale to tell to you. So back when me double or if it leads me to the city, I will follow the song.
How you face fears shows courage. The level of your commitment describes your diligence. How you measure yourself against others demonstrates humility. The principles you uphold will reveal your level of integrity. Your commitment under pressure tells how far you're willing to go.
Too long on the road and we come on home. I hear come on home, come on home. Oh, you spend too long on the road and we come on home. I'm a black minstrel with a wandering soul, looking for the next song to write for you. I'm a black minstrel with a wandering soul, looking for the next tale to tell to you. So back when me double up, if it leads me to the city, yeah. Follow the song. So back when me double through the hills and the valleys, yes. Oh, I will follow the song. But I hear come on, 'cause you spend too long. Cause you spend too long.
your potential? Because at the end of the day, what you trust in is what defines you. What are you wearing?
Come on, settle down, everyone. I once heard a story told by my mother, the story of an African child. Shh, listen to my story. It's a story you might know, the story of the African child. Africa. See, there's the African.
follow back.
Hi guys, this is Abigail Israel. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that came out today. Thank you so much. Thank you to the cast and crew. Thank you to those that supported us. Thank you to Marbles teachers and everybody. I can't even begin to start naming names now. Thank you to, I think if I start naming names, I might forget someone. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you guys for coming out. You guys can start shopping for all of the things that you've seen in this collection. Just visit marblestitches.com. You could pre-order, and we're going to keep the pre-order up for a month. So thank you guys for coming out. We're sorry for all the glitches that happened. We promise you that season 2 is not going to be like this. So thank you so much. We're also going to keep some of this video on the YouTube link. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel because we plan to keep giving you a lot of fun. This is not the end for alteR. So please subscribe to the channel, and some of these videos are going to be put up too. Thank you so much guys again. Have a great day.